Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today's video we're going to be looking at uncovering the Musa Basjoo, the hardy Japanese banana. So if you remember back in November we protected these with these land drains, and today we're going to have a look at how they've fared over winter. The fact they're still standing like this, I presume they're looking very good, but I've not really checked on these other than I've had a couple of lids off the last few days just to air them out when it was sunny last weekend. I did plan on making this video last weekend, but with a couple of frosts early this week I decided to leave it another week. No point in rushing it when I know this weekend we're going to be nice, and the 2-week weather forecast is looking good and the daytime temperatures are picking up a bit now. We could still get some late frost, but I'm sure these now, this late in the year now would be perfectly fine to take a light frost. And I've got my covers off most other things, as you can see. The boot here behind, that's now got its cover off. I think it might have had it off in the last monthly tour video, but I've done a little bit in the garden. I've tidied up around the bottom. We'll have a look at that in a bit, maybe, or in a separate video. But yeah, let's have a look at how these are going to look in a minute when we take this off. So here then, you can see I've removed all the land drain covers and polystyrene covers off of the first bunch. We'll look at how these are faring. I'm quite surprised that they're not pushing out more green growth, to be honest, but it's not to worry, they're still standing. And this one you can see some green growth coming through now. So what I'm going to do here, as you can see, this one's looking a bit mushy at top, but it'll be perfectly fine. I'm going to cut these back now, uncover the other ones, cut these back, just so it'll allow the new rollers to push out much easier. So I'll chop them back just to where you can see nice and firm, and you can see new rollers coming out, and then we'll take a look at how they both look when both lots are uncovered. I've tidied them all up, cut them all back a little bit, all of them standing nice and firm. See, like pushing some growth out like this one is here. I could cut this leaf back some more if I need to, I might still do that, but for this video just showed you that they are pushing out some nice healthy new growth. All of them seem to be doing the same, some more so than others, but they're all, you see, solid new roller coming through. So all the first leaves will be cut, because obviously they'll be missing the tips of the leaves, but these are the first leaves of many for the season anyway, so that's absolutely fine. Not be long before they're flush now, get nice open leaves on them. Can't wait for that, they always look brilliant. But so I'll show you just down the bottom where we didn't protect anything. This one here, there was a stem just there. Let's see here, that one was probably a similar size to this one here. This one had one of the polystyrene tubes over, and as you can see, let's have a look, nice and solid, firm, not going anywhere. That one, beautiful. But this one that had absolutely no protection whatsoever fell to the ground. Now I can't remember how big that was, but I imagine it was similar size to the other one, just looking at the size of the stem at the bottom. So I would say I would have lost more of the height on some of these than what I currently have. So I would say that this method has worked really well. It's quick, it's clean, it's easy. As I said before, I used to put a cage around these, fill it full of straw, bag over the top, messy work, takes a bit longer, or quite a bit longer, and then when you come to strip it in spring, it just blows everywhere and you've got a lot of rubbish to get rid of. Whereas with these land drains, I just have to find somewhere now. You can see them just at the top of the video, top of the screen there. I'll put them in the garage, and easy enough to store away. That's all I did. This old knife, chop the tops off, just so it allows the new leaves to push through, because if you don't, they can get a bit stuck. It just eases just eases the new rollers to come out, and you're not really losing any height on it anyway. It's your first leaves, all you care about is getting them through winter. And this definitely now looks better. It's starting to feel back like the garden, because it does get a bit rubbish seeing those tubes all winter. I don't mind for a while, but they've been on what, nearly 5 months now, so it's nice to finally get them off. And I'll definitely be using this method again. I'm very impressed with it. I know a few of you have also used this method this year, and hopefully you've had similar results. I think next year I will try. I think I'm going to swap, and this near clump to the camera now, I think I'll protect this one again with the same land drains, and the one closer to the house and to the greenhouse there, I think I'm just gonna leave them and see the difference between the two, you know, and see. I don't have to look at them from the house so much. I mean, if they drop to the ground, I don't think they all will, but if they drop to the ground, they will reshoot and with some vigor as well. These are well-established plants now. I think these are going into the third year. Yeah, third year. I think these are going into. Nice, healthy root system for these. These will shoot no problem, so I'm not worried if they do collapse. You can see if we look back down here again, just here, this Petasites, I think this is going to run all over this year. It was originally planted somewhere in the middle of the screen there, where this flower is here. Well, don't actually know if that's the flower or how it normally grows, but that's where it was originally planted last year. This is my first winter with these, and yeah, I've dug some up to give to friends. But yeah, this had spread. In fact, it has still spread all the way around. You can see there's another one coming up here, and I think I dug one out from up near this other clump, so it does like to run around and pop up all over. So it might be in the wrong spot, this, because it gets quite big, so I might look at putting that somewhere else. So now I've exposed these bananas, I'm going to give these a top up of mulch, throw some bloodfish and bone around, some chicken manure pellets. There is a good bit of manure down at the base, but I threw that down while the land drains were on, so I'll be able to throw a bit more right around into the centre now. You can see the old leaves, I've just thrown them into the bottom. They'll decompose over the next few months, feeding the plant again. But yeah, this is just a quick update video of how they've fared over the winter. This is standing back in the greenhouse now. Yeah, I'm very impressed with this. I'm happy with this method. Certainly what I'll be using again. And hopefully somebody's got something from this video. So let me know in the comments how your bananas have got on, or if you're yet to grow these bananas. Well worth growing, especially if you're growing tropical exotic style garden. Thank you all for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, got anything out of it, give it a like, maybe subscribe to the channel if you're not already on. I'll be doing more videos like this, and of course always continuing my monthly tour videos, which I'm really enjoying doing. It'll be good for me to look back over the years and see how the garden's performed and changed, because there's plenty of plans for this garden. Anyone who's been watching this channel since the beginning, you'll know I've got plenty of plans for this. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed, guys. See you on the next one.